So as you may practice a lot in previous weeks, today we are going to do our final debate. The topic for today: should the developing countries slow their economic growth in favor of the environment? This is our topic for today. So first of all, I'm going to announce the regulation. The first regulation will be the pro, will be the first debate. So which side is the pro and which side is con?
This is pro.
Agree.
Agree.
Yeah.
We are is
Great, great.
Okay, so you're gonna start first, Lee.
Yeah.
Okay. So the first rule is the first debater will announce their first statement, and after that, the first debater in the disagreement they will announce their statement. The time is limited for 2 minutes and 30 seconds. After the first debater, the second debater will choose the second debater in another team, and each question will limited be 15 seconds. And the total time for the second debater will be the 1 minute and 45 seconds.
Just keep it consistent. All 3 minutes, let's say.
Okay, all 3 minutes.
That will be easy for them to memorize.
So from the first debater to the last debater.
Yeah, to the last debate.
Okay. So from the first debater to the last debater, time is limited for 3 minutes.
Yes.
And after that, the final debater will make conclusion.
No. No, sorry to interrupt. First start with Yip. You are the first debater from agree team. Yeah? 3 minutes. And then Gustav from disagree team, 3 minutes. And then Alicia, 3 minutes. And then Dani. And then Sankist. And then Ryan. Right? And then Ho. And then Dino. And then stop. We will have 10 to 15 minutes free debate. And in this during this free debate, all of you from the team, including Horstens, Duan, and Sean, you can join the free debate, including Ellen and Lynn. Yeah? And after this free debate, we stop, enter the next stage, last stage. That's the last debater from the disagree team will give 3 up to 5 minutes conclusion about it. And Ellen, you will be the last presenter. Give 3 up to 5 minutes for conclusion. Is it clear? Yes? So this is a 4+1 structure. Yeah? 4+1.
So let's start.
Are you ready? Do you need to change the seat?
Yeah.
Do you need to
Any
change
questions?
the seat?
We need to have 4 statements.
It doesn't matter how many statements you have. 4 debaters.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah?
And time is limited for 3 minutes each.
Yeah. You can speak less than 3 minutes, but cannot exceed 3 minutes. Is it okay?
So for
Yes.
everyone.
And Steve, you are going to manage the time.
Yeah.
Okay? Very good. 3 minutes for each. Now, the floor is yours.
Yeah, let's start.
Okay.
Please stand up.
Yeah. Okay. We'll start. I want to say the definition of environment and what is environment. That's the people and things that are around you in your life. And for example, the buildings you use, the people you live or co-with, or the work with, and the general situation you're in. Now I want to say the opinion of our team, and that is, I think economy development means the company need more factories and raw material to guarantee the supply of goods. It would be a problem, I think. Land and raw material is limited by the given of natural. And priority to economy development will enrich the original natural resource of human. So I think economy is a temporary thing, but the environment is a matter of generations. People can also survive with the slow economy development, but how could you survive without the environment? So that's
So, the floor is yours.
Okay. Good morning, everyone. Today, our team are very pleased to have this opportunity to discuss and debate the issues of economic development and environment in developing countries. Before this debate, I think we need some time to clarify the topics. First is, what is this debate footed in? They are developing countries that are economically backward compared with developed countries. Second is, what is the principal contradiction contained in this debate? Our team's opinion is that there are two modes in economic development. One is extensive mode, which may cause environmental pollution. Another is intensive mode. This mode, to some degree, is beneficial to environmental protecting. In other words, protecting environment doesn't mean that economic development should be lowered. Therefore, we believe that economic development and environmental protecting shouldn't be in the opposite position. So what we should discuss, I think it isn't decide which should be rejected and which one should be accepted. It is better and more meaningful to discuss which one is dominate, which one is submeter. To answer these questions, I think it depends on developing countries, the condition of developing countries. The past two world wars and painful history told us that development is the absolute principle. However, I know that some people may believe that developing. Sorry, that's all. Thank you.
The second debater.
Okay, so according to our topic, it shows us developing countries slow their economic growth. That it didn't mean you will stop your development, just decline the growth of the speed. So why we think it should be slow, because the first reason is about the ecosystems. You have to deny when people focus on grow their economic very fast, it will damage our natural environment. Like when you build lots of the factories and lots of industry, it will damage the soil and the water and some trees. This kind of trees, once you cut, then it will need more time to grow. So this the trees, the speed about the trees growth cannot follow the economic growth. So that's why this kind of environment will be very unbalanced. And the next point is about the heavy pollutions, because when your economic grows very fast, that means you have no enough power and enough time to control the environment, and it will make lots of the air pollution and water pollution. So this kind of pollution, for example, like the Britain, when now as we all know, Britain is already very strong country, but when they develop, they ignore it to protect the environment and they just focus on the economic growth very fast, so it makes the very heavy air pollution. Then later they will cost and waste a lot of money on it. So that's why we think our developing countries didn't close their economic very fast. It should be slow.
Okay, good. So what do you think?
The whole thing or just second?
Yeah,
debate?
second.
Okay. Hello everyone, and the second spot of our group is Alicia said if the economic development may damage all the things such as factory and some another environment, but the topics as Gustav said that the economic development includes intensive and extensive. And in your opinions, the economic development will damage the environment. It's just the intense development, not the intensive. And the intensive is mean that economic developments can protect the environment, at the same time can develop our economy. So it's not absolute opposite. The protect the environment and development development the economy. So develop the economy and protect the environment can be at the same time. That's it.
What's your opinion?
Yeah, in developing country, the materialism will be more popular than before, and people will more focus on the profit. They will to focus on how to earn more money, and they will to destroy the traditional architecture. And they will like Beijing, they will destroy the Huchong to build more skyscraper, and they will to destroy the moral and cultures. Yeah.
Okay.
Well, as everyone knows, London singers as its name, the smoke, but that happened in 1850s. At that time, the technology is not developed enough. So I think nowadays, countries, just like Gustav said, countries can develop the economy and also not pollute the environment at the same time. So the problem you said is not exist in right now, but it's a problem in last century. That's all.
Yeah. Okay.
I read the other reason why developing countries slow the economic growth. The toll in people lives is getting too high to be justifiable, and the specific reason, the specific example I give is Chinese. According to Chinese expert report, there are the death attributable to outdoor air pollution were reached to 380,000 in 2010, and will be reached in the future 2020 with 550,000 people. That is a reason the government should focus not only the economic growth they should understand that the economy is not the only matter to worry about for the country, but also they have to carry a lot about the air pollution to protect their people.
Great. Thank you.
My opinion is that economic development is not conflict with natural environment, because the fact is that economic development is served as a efficiency way to feedback our natural environment. The relevant literature indicates that developing countries are more likely to explore renewable energy, such as biomass or wind power, rather than traditional resources such as gas or oil, because of the good command of the economic development. So this is because in most of the developed countries, they are more concerned about how to save the natural resources. It's very important. So this is this is my opinion about the economic development is not conflict with nature preservation strictly. Okay, that's all.
The first debater, how do you against him?
No, it's a free debate now.
So let's start the free debating, and all the audience can join the free debating.
15 minutes.
Time is limited for 10 minutes.
15 minutes.
15.
10 to 15.
10 to 15 minutes.
Okay.
Steve, 15 minutes.
Can we start?
Yes, you can start.
Okay. About Alicia pronunciation, I think your statement is not so convinced. You just mentioned all things is about historical things, but I think they cannot. They are not possessive effects in the future. We cannot use the past things as the future trend. As you can, I want to ask you a question. If you ever eat fruit but you are chopped, can you be sure that you never eat in the future? No. The answer is no. We cannot, because of the past destructive things and to make sure that the economic growth may destroy the environment. Yes, and about Sunkist statement, you just mentioned people pay more attention to profits, but how did you know that paying more attention on profit must lead to pollution, must lead to environmental destruction? I don't think so. As I just mentioned, the economic development includes two modes. One mode is good for environment. So that is my opinion. So.
You mentioned the future tendency. I want to say nowadays every single culture advocates greener world, and which is the trend is the future world, and no one can against this trend. They set a lot of group to build a greener environmental life, and also set up a lot of groups to balance the environmental and the economic, like the UNEO and CEC. We have many rules and groups to balance the development of every single culture, every single country, and the developing country also need to fix these rules in the future tendency.
But for developing countries, they have right to develop their economy. I think the group you just said don't have right to slow their speed to develop the economy.
But the developing countries still need to fit the requirements to these groups.
So
They can't have if they want to do.
in our opinion, we don't think countries can't develop their economic. In our opinions, we think countries can develop their economic and also not pollute the environment in the same time.
Actually, according to the topic, we are just not just focus on the economic growth. We should also focus on the slow their economic growth. So now we are want to say why it should be slow their economic growth, but we didn't say we need to stop the country's economic growth. So that's the key point. And the next point, as you say, like you can the economic will also can help develop economic. It also can help people balance like pollution. But in the meantime, it means you all the economic growth will based on the damage pollution, like damage the environment. So that's our point. So that's why we think it should be slow. And the second point is about is because now we are the economic growth very too fast. That means there will have a lot of the gap between the rich and poor people. So lots of the material people lack of the healthy material, like lots of people they want to earn more money, so they will put the melanin into the milk powder, and the milk powder it will but the result about this kind of situation, people didn't pay more attention on yet, and about our news company just focus on how much this kind of victim can get the money, but they didn't focus on the after that whether the whole country should be to change their material awareness. So because the economic growth too fast, this kind of situation will happen. So that is not very. This is unbalanced. So that's why we say it should be slow the economic.